What I've learned watching people chase their dreams, watching them build businesses, watching them transform their bodies, their relationships, their entire lives. The delay isn't denial. The delay is preparation. The delay is the universe saying, not yet, because you're not ready yet. And that makes people mad. That frustrates the hell out of people because we live in a world where everything's supposed to be instant. Order something online. It's at your door tomorrow. Want to watch a movie? Pull out your phone. Want to talk to someone on the other side of the planet? Takes 2 seconds. We've been conditioned to expect immediate results, and when life doesn't deliver on our timeline, we think something's broken. But nothing's broken. You're just being refined. You know what separates the people who make it from the people who quit? It's not talent. It's not connections. It's not even luck. It's the ability to keep showing up during the delay. It's the ability to keep working when you can't see the finish line. It's the ability to believe in something that hasn't happened yet. I'm talking about the entrepreneur who's been building for 3 years and still hasn't seen a profit. I'm talking about the artist who's been creating for a decade and still hasn't caught their break. I'm talking about the person who's been applying for their dream job for 2 years and keeps getting rejection letters. That's delay. But delay isn't denial. You ever notice how the best things in your life didn't come easy? They didn't come quick. They came after you'd been tested. They came after you'd proven you were serious. They came after you'd shown the universe that you weren't just playing around. Think about it. Every person you admire, every person who's built something real, every person who's achieved something significant, they all went through delays. They all had moments where they thought it wasn't going to happen. They all had seasons where they questioned everything. Muhammad Ali didn't become the greatest overnight. He had his title stripped from him. He was banned from boxing for 3.5 years during his prime. 3.5 years. That's not a delay, that's a crisis. But he came back. He came back stronger. He came back and proved exactly who he was. He said it himself. I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. The delay didn't deny him. The delay refined him. Steve Jobs got fired from his own company. The company he built from scratch. You want to talk about delay? You want to talk about setback? The man got kicked out of Apple, and it took 12 years before he came back. 12 years. But when he came back, he revolutionized everything. The iPhone, the iPad, the entire landscape of technology changed because he didn't let the delay become denial. He later said that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to him. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again. The delay freed him to enter one of the most creative periods of his life. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers. 12. She was broke. She was a single mother. She was struggling just to survive. But she kept writing. She kept believing in this story about a kid with a lightning bolt scar. And now, Harry Potter is a cultural phenomenon. Billions of dollars. Millions of lives changed. But it took delay. It took rejection. It took years of hearing no before she heard yes. So when you're sitting there wondering why your moment hasn't come yet, when you're frustrated because you've been working so hard and nothing's happening, remember this. Delay is not denial. Delay is development. You're not being overlooked. You're being prepared. You're not being forgotten. You're being positioned. You're not being punished. You're being perfected. Because here's what happens during the delay. You grow. You learn. You develop skills you didn't know you needed. You build character you didn't know was missing. You strengthen muscles you didn't know were weak. The delay is where champions are made. The delay is where legends are forged. The delay is where ordinary people become extraordinary. But most people don't see it that way. Most people see delay as failure. They see delay as a sign to quit. They see delay as proof that it's not meant to be. And that's exactly where they lose. That's exactly where they walk away from the very thing they've been working toward. You know what the delay is really testing? It's testing your commitment. It's testing your belief. It's testing whether you're just excited about the idea or whether you're actually willing to do the work when nobody's watching, when nobody's cheering, when nobody believes in you except you. I've seen people quit right before their breakthrough. I've seen people give up right before everything was about to change. I've seen people walk away from their dream because they couldn't handle one more month, one more week, one more day of delay. And that destroys me because I know what was right around the corner for them. I know what was about to happen, but they'll never know because they quit during the delay. Listen to me. Your timing is not universal timing. Your calendar is not the cosmic calendar. You might think you're behind, but you're exactly where you need to be. You might think you're running out of time, but you're right on schedule. You might think the door is closing, but it's just not your door yet. There's a season for planting, there's a season for watering, there's a season for waiting, and there's a season for harvesting. You can't harvest in the planting season. You can't rush the growth process. You have to trust the process even when you can't see the results. I'm talking about the person who's been working on their body for 6 months and still doesn't look the way they want to look. Keep going. The delay is not denial. Your body is changing even when you can't see it yet. The muscle is building. The fat is burning. The transformation is happening beneath the surface before it shows up in the mirror. I'm talking about the person who's been building their business and still isn't profitable. Keep going. The delay is not denial. You're learning. You're growing. You're figuring out what works and what doesn't. Every failed attempt is data. Every setback is information. You're getting closer even when it feels like you're standing still. I'm talking about the person who's been waiting for their relationship to work out, who's been patient, who's been faithful, who's been believing. Keep going. The delay is not denial. The right person is being prepared for you while you're being prepared for them. The timing has to be right for both of you, not just for you. You want to know what kills more dreams than anything else? Impatience. People want the reward without the wait. They want the harvest without the season. They want the trophy without the training. And life doesn't work like that. Life has never worked like that. Life will never work like that. Every single thing worth having requires delay. Every single accomplishment worth celebrating requires patience. Every single dream worth chasing requires time. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison. 27 years. Most people can't wait 27 days for their dream. He waited 27 years, and when he got out, he became the president of South Africa. He became a global symbol of forgiveness and reconciliation. He became one of the most respected leaders in human history. He said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." The delay didn't deny him. The delay prepared him for a bigger purpose than he could have imagined. So when you're in your delay, when you're in your waiting season, when you're in that space between where you are and where you want to be, use it. Don't waste it. Don't spend it complaining. Don't spend it comparing yourself to other people who seem to be ahead of you. Use it. Read the books you need to read. Develop the skills you need to develop. Build the relationships you need to build. Strengthen the character you need to strengthen. Because when your moment comes, and it will come, you need to be ready for it. That's what the delay is really about. It's about getting you ready for something you're not ready for yet. It's about preparing you for an opportunity that would crush you if it came right now. It's about developing you into the person who can handle what's coming. You think you want success right now, but do you have the discipline to maintain it? Do you have the character to steward it? Do you have the wisdom to protect it? Because success without preparation is called a lottery win. And we all know what happens to lottery winners who weren't ready for the money. They lose it all. They crash. They burn. The delay is protecting you from a success you're not ready to handle. The delay is giving you time to build the foundation strong enough to support the weight of your dream. The delay is mercy disguised as frustration. I know it's hard. I know it hurts. I know you're tired of waiting. I know you're tired of working while everyone else seems to be winning. I know you're tired of being patient while everyone else seems to be getting their breakthrough. But your story is not their story. Your timeline is not their timeline. Your journey is not their journey. Stop comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Stop comparing your process to someone else's results. You don't know what they went through to get where they are. You don't know how long they waited. You don't know how many times they failed. You don't know how many delays they endured before they got their yes. All you see is the highlight reel. All you see is the victory. All you see is the success. But you don't see the years of delay. You don't see the nights of doubt. You don't see the moments where they almost quit. And because you don't see it, you think they got lucky. You think it came easy. You think they didn't have to wait, but they waited. They all waited, and they all wanted to quit during the waiting, but they didn't, and that's why they made it. Here's what I want you to understand. The delay is doing something in you that's more important than what you're waiting for. The delay is building something inside you that's more valuable than the external result you're chasing. The delay is creating a version of you that's strong enough, wise enough, mature enough, disciplined enough to handle what you've been asking for. Because let me tell you something, getting what you want before you're ready for it is one of the worst things that can happen to you. I've seen it destroy people. I've seen people get the promotion before they had the character to handle the responsibility. I've seen people get the money before they had the wisdom to manage it. I've seen people get the relationship before they had the maturity to sustain it. And it fell apart. It crumbled. It destroyed them. So when the universe says not yet, when life says wait, when everything says be patient, that's not rejection. That's protection. That's love. That's wisdom. Because what you're asking for is coming, but you're not ready for it yet. And if it came right now, it would break you. The delay is the greatest gift you've been given, even though it feels like the greatest punishment. The delay is the preparation you didn't know you needed for the opportunity you've been praying for. So what do you do during the delay? You keep working. You keep believing. You keep showing up. You keep improving. You keep learning. You keep growing. You keep trusting that something bigger than you is orchestrating something better than you could have planned. You ever think about how many delays probably saved your life? How many times did you want something so bad and it didn't happen? And later you realized it would have been a disaster. How many jobs did you not get that would have kept you stuck? How many relationships did you not get into that would have destroyed you? How many opportunities did you miss that would have derailed your entire future? The delay saved you. The delay protected you. The delay redirected you towards something better, even though it felt like loss at the time. So trust the delay. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be, even if it's not where you want to be. Trust that the wait is worth it. Trust that the struggle is shaping you. Trust that the delay is not denial, it's preparation for manifestation. You're not behind. You're being prepared. You're not forgotten. You're being positioned. You're not failing. You're being refined. The delay is not the end of your story. The delay is the plot twist that makes your story legendary. Because when your moment finally comes, when your breakthrough finally happens, when your dream finally manifests, you'll look back on the delay and realize it was the best thing that ever happened to you. You'll realize it taught you lessons you couldn't have learned any other way. You'll realize it built character you couldn't have developed any other way. You'll realize it made you into someone you couldn't have become any other way. The delay is not your enemy. The delay is your teacher. And the lesson is this: keep going, keep believing, keep working, keep trusting. Because delay is not denial. Delay is just delay, and your time is coming. I don't care how long you've been waiting. I don't care how many times you've been disappointed. I don't care how many doors have closed in your face. I don't care how many people told you it's not going to happen. Your delay is not denial. What you're working toward is still available. What you've been praying for is still possible. What you've been believing for is still coming. The timeline might not be what you expected, but the outcome is still guaranteed if you don't quit. See, most people quit during the delay. They give up right before the harvest. They walk away right before the breakthrough. They stop believing right before the miracle. And they spend the rest of their life wondering what would have happened if they had just held on a little longer. Don't be that person. Don't let impatience steal your destiny. Don't let frustration rob you of your future. Don't let delay make you think it's denial when it's really just development. Because here's what I know about people who make it: they're not the most talented. They're not the most connected. They're not the luckiest. They're just the ones who refused to quit during the delay. They're the ones who kept showing up when everyone else gave up. They're the ones who kept believing when everyone else lost faith. They're the ones who understood that delay is not denial. And that's going to be you. That's going to be your story. Because you're hearing this right now for a reason. You're getting this message right now because you need to hear it. You're in your delay right now because you're being prepared for something bigger than you can imagine. So keep going. Keep pushing. Keep believing. Keep working. Your delay is temporary, but your breakthrough is coming. And when it comes, it's going to be worth every single moment you waited. It's going to be worth every single tear you cried. It's going to be worth every single doubt you overcame. It's going to be worth it all. Delay is not denial. It's just not your time yet, but your time is coming. And when it comes, you're going to be ready, because the delay made sure of that. Now let me tell you something else about this waiting period that most people don't understand. The delay isn't passive. It's not downtime. It's not a vacation from your dream. The delay is active preparation. It's the gym session before the championship fight. It's the rehearsal before the performance. It's the testing ground before the main event. You know what happens to people who get shortcuts? They fall apart. They can't handle the pressure. They can't sustain the success because they skip the delay. They skip the season that builds the internal strength to match the external opportunity. I'm watching people right now, young kids. Really, they blow up overnight on social media. Million followers, big money, brand deals. Everyone's celebrating. But 6 months later, they're gone. Burned out. Broke. Miserable. Why? Because they got the result without the delay. They got the platform without the preparation. They got the audience without the message. And it destroyed them. The delay protects you from that. The delay builds the foundation. The delay creates the substance that sustains the success. Think about Kobe Bryant. 5 championships. One of the greatest to ever play basketball. But you know what defined Kobe? It wasn't his talent. It was his work ethic during the delay. It was the 4 in the morning workouts when nobody was watching. It was the off-season training when everyone else was relaxing. He said, "I don't want to be the next Michael Jordan. I only want to be Kobe Bryant." But to become Kobe Bryant, to become legendary, he had to embrace the delay. He had to fall in love with the process. He had to understand that greatness is built in the dark, in the quiet, in the waiting. Michael Jordan himself got cut from his high school basketball team. Cut. Rejected. Told he wasn't good enough. That's a delay. That's a setback. That's a door closing. But he didn't see it as denial. He saw it as fuel. He saw it as motivation. He saw it as a challenge to prove everyone wrong. And he spent that delay getting better, working harder, developing his game. And we all know how that story ended. 6 championships, greatest of all time. But it started with a delay that could have destroyed him if he'd taken it as denial. You see what I'm saying? The people at the top, the people who actually made it, the people who built something that lasted, they all had delays. They all had seasons where nothing was happening. They all had moments where they questioned if it was ever going to work out. But here's what separated them. They didn't just wait. They worked during the wait. They didn't just hope. They prepared during the hoping. They didn't just believe. They built during the believing. That's what you've got to do right now. Whatever you're waiting for the business to take off, the body to transform, the relationship to materialize, the opportunity to present itself. You can't just sit there waiting for it to happen. You've got to be actively preparing for when it does happen. Because when your moment comes, it's not going to wait for you to get ready. It's going to show up and ask, are you prepared? Do you have what it takes? Have you done the work during the delay? And if the answer is no, the opportunity will pass you by and go to someone else who did prepare. Someone else who used their delay productively. Someone else who understood that delay is not denial, it's preparation. I'm talking to the person right now who's frustrated because they've been grinding for years and they still haven't made it. I see you. I know you're tired. I know you're questioning everything. I know you're wondering if you're wasting your time. But let me ask you something. Are you better than you were last year? Are you stronger? Are you smarter? Are you more skilled? Are you more disciplined? Are you more focused? If the answer is yes, then you're not wasting your time. You're preparing. You're developing. You're becoming the person who can handle what you've been asking for. The delay isn't punishing you. It's protecting you. It's making sure that when your moment comes, you don't blow it. It's making sure that when the door opens, you're ready to walk through it with confidence. You know who else understood delay? Colonel Sanders. Yeah, the KFC guy. He didn't start Kentucky Fried Chicken until he was 62 years old. 62. Most people are retiring at 62. He was just getting started. But before that, he failed at everything. Lost multiple businesses. Went broke. His recipe was rejected over 1,000 times before someone finally said yes. Over 1,000 rejections. That's not delay, that's a decade of delays. But he didn't take it as denial. He took it as refinement. Every rejection taught him something. Every closed door showed him what didn't work. Every delay prepared him for the success that was coming. And when it finally came, he was ready. He had the recipe. He had the system. He had the resilience. He had the character. Because the delay built all of that. Or think about Walt Disney. He was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. Can you imagine that? Walt Disney, the man who created an empire built on imagination, was told he didn't have enough of it. He went bankrupt multiple times. His first animation company failed. He was rejected over 300 times trying to get funding for Disneyland. 300 rejections. But he kept going. He kept believing. He kept working during the delay. And now, Disney is one of the most valuable entertainment companies in the world. All because one man refused to let delay become denial. These aren't special people. They're not superhuman. They're not uniquely gifted. They're just people who understood something that most people don't understand. The delay is part of the process. The delay is required. The delay is non-negotiable if you want to build something real. You can't microwave greatness. You can't shortcut significance. You can't hack your way to a legacy. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes delay. And here's the thing about delay that nobody tells you. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to test you. It's supposed to make you question everything. Because if it was easy, if it came quick, if there was no delay, everyone would do it. And if everyone did it, it wouldn't be special. The delay is the filter. It's the gatekeeper. It's what separates the people who really want it from the people who just like the idea of it. You know how many people say they want to be successful? Millions. You know how many are actually willing to endure the delay that success requires? A fraction of that. Because most people want the destination without the journey. They want the trophy without the training. They want the harvest without the planting season. But life doesn't work like that. And thank God it doesn't. Because if success came easy, it would mean nothing. The delay is what gives your achievement meaning. The delay is what makes your breakthrough significant. The delay is what turns your story into something worth telling. So when you're in the middle of your delay, when you're frustrated, when you're exhausted, when you're ready to give up, remember this. Every day you choose to keep going is a day you're building something that can't be taken from you. Every day you choose to stay faithful to your vision is a day you're becoming someone stronger. Every day you choose to work during the wait is a day you're moving closer to your breakthrough, even if you can't see it yet. The delay is testing your faith. Not religious faith, although it might be that too, but faith in yourself, faith in your vision, faith in the process, faith that if you keep showing up, keep putting in the work, keep staying committed, eventually it will pay off. And it will pay off. Maybe not when you want it to, maybe not how you expected it to, but it will pay off if you don't quit during the delay. You know what the saddest thing in the world is? It's not failure. It's quitting. It's giving up right before the breakthrough. It's walking away from your dream because you couldn't handle one more day of delay. I've seen it happen over and over again. People who were so close, people who had put in years of work, people who had survived so much, but they quit. They gave up. They decided the delay meant denial, and they'll never know how close they were. Don't let that be you. Don't let impatience rob you of your destiny. Don't let frustration steal your future. Don't let delay convince you it's denial. Because here's what I know. If you're still breathing, your story isn't over. If you're still here, there's still a chance. If you're still standing, there's still hope. Your delay is not the end. It's just a chapter. It's just a season. It's just a test. And you're going to pass this test by refusing to quit, by refusing to give up, by refusing to let delay become denial in your mind. You're going to keep working when you don't see results. You're going to keep believing when you don't have proof. You're going to keep showing up when you don't have support. Because that's what people who make it do. That's what legends are made of. That's what separates the good from the great. The delay isn't happening to you. It's happening for you. It's building you. It's strengthening you. It's preparing you. It's positioning you. It's perfecting you. And when your moment finally comes, and trust me, it's coming, you're going to look back on this delay and thank God for it. You're going to realize it was the best thing that ever happened to you. You're going to understand that you needed every single day of that delay to become the person who could handle the blessing you were asking for. So embrace the delay. Don't fight it. Don't resent it. Don't waste it. Use it. Learn from it. Grow through it. Let it make you better. Let it make you stronger. Let it make you ready. Because delay is not denial. It never was. It never will be. Delay is just preparation disguised as frustration. And your preparation season is almost over. Your waiting season is almost complete. Your breakthrough season is coming. But you've got to hold on. You've got to stay faithful. You've got to keep working. You've got to keep believing. Even when you're tired. Even when you're discouraged. Even when you don't see any evidence that it's going to work out. Keep going anyway. Because your delay has an expiration date. Your waiting season has an end date. Your breakthrough has an appointment. And that appointment is coming, whether you see it or not. So don't quit now. Don't give up now. Don't stop now. You've come too far. You've invested too much. You've sacrificed too much. You've endured too much. This is not the time to quit. This is the time to push harder than you've ever pushed before, because you're closer than you think. You're stronger than you know. You're more prepared than you realize. And your delay, your frustrating, exhausting, testing delay, is about to turn into your greatest testimony.